digital social world. Nowadays, new kids learn English by saying A for Apple, B for Bluetooth, C for chat, D for download, E for email, F for Facebook, G for Google, and so on. Jaggy readers, senior Toastmasters, guests, and my dear friends, good evening. In our Gavel Club, most of us are in our teens. Regardless of the age group, we very well know that more than our studies, more than our health, more than our dressing senses, our parents worry much about our friends' circle. Our parents worry much about our contacts in the social networking. Is it not? I'm sure, except very few of us, almost most of us are connected with our friends through one or more than one social networking portals, such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google, WhatsApp, and whatnot. As our parents are worrying much about these social networking, I think there is something fishy in that, with our knowledge or without our knowledge. So, I have selected this topic today to share my thoughts with you about you, me, and social networking. Let me narrate a few good effects. Let me share with you them. University of California did a research and concluded that there are so many advantages of the social networking. First, kids and teens, while getting peers and friends online, we could develop our technical and social skills. Next, we could become competent citizens in the digital modern society. Third, young kids are motivated to learn from their peers online. We interact and receive feedback from one another. Teachers and adults are no longer the only source of knowledge. It becomes the last. It is easier for kids to make friendship with all over the world. We used to get a reminder on our friend's birthday, we greet them, and much more. All this sounds fantastic, is it not? But my dear friends, that there are few sleeping giants hidden under these fancy advantages, which we are enjoying, about which our parents are worrying. First one is addiction. Constant checking of WhatsApp, Facebook, or other social media. Whenever we check our device very often, it triggers our addiction-oriented parts of our brains. This addiction could disturb our worthwhile activities like concentrating in schoolwork or engaging in sports. Next, neuroscientists of the Oxford University warns us from lifelong effects of these social networking. They say that anyone who is engaged in this too much of social networking would lose attention in studies and family relationships. Third, if young kids like us primarily communicate through screen, we lose the opportunity of real-life communication, such as body language, voice modulation, etc. Thanks to our Gavel Club, which is helping to develop these skills. Fourth, pediatricians observe that some teens suffer from Facebook depression. Many of us get annoyed if one comments on our status. If they don't greet us for our birthday, we get irritated unnecessarily. The last but not the least, it is easier for kids. Objectives of my speech is not convincing you to stop the social networking. Let us listen to our parents' words. They are the first line defenders of our life skills. Let us try to discriminate what is good and what is not good for us. Let us be very careful while we are in a social networking. Before I conclude my speech, I want to share something funny with you all, that how much people extent could go. Once, before hanging the prisoner, the judge asked the prisoner, "What is your last wish?" The prisoner replied that, "Yes, my lord, my last wish is to update my Facebook status as dead." Over to you, Gavel.